Beth Bleckerman here at CES 2014. We're so excited at Mommy Tech TV, and I get to talk to Dr. Jody Levos, manager of Leapfrog's learning team. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
We're so excited. So can you tell me a little bit about, what's the difference between an educational game and an entertainment game?
Yeah, well, we know from research now that almost half of all kindergarten children are arriving underprepared. So it's really important as parents and teachers and caregivers that we're finding high quality learning experiences for our kids. And so we want to make sure that they're getting access to the type of content they need to help them prepare for school and for success. And so finding games that are with the characters kids love to play with, the play patterns they love, but also packed with the nutrition of education, it really is a win-win.
So it sounds good. You're going to giving us some tips about, how to judge if an app is educational.
Absolutely. One of the best things you can do, because it really is sort of a wild, wild west out there. There are tens of thousands of apps that claim to be educational. So as a parent or a teacher, I would really advise you to watch trailers, read reviews, try the game yourself before you hand it over to your child. You can also turn to a third-party company like Common Sense Media. They use educators to review content and use a really easy-to-understand rating system. You can also, of course, turn to Leapfrog as a resource. We design educational content. We also curate content for kids. And we've created a handy checklist for parents to look at leapfrog.com/parent guide.
Okay, so you can go to leapfrog.com/parent guide for some tips on kind of knowing what's, and what are the most important things to look for?
It's really important that parents find content that's age appropriate. Oftentimes we think our kids are maybe a little more advanced than they might be, or that other kids are their age. But it's important to look at those descriptions and find apps that are within the right age range for your child. If a game is too advanced for your child, they might become frustrated. And likewise, if it's too young, your child might become bored. Another thing I advise parents to look for are games that offer personalized learning, education that actually grows and changes with your child. So if your child is doing well, the curriculum will level up and become more sophisticated. If your child is struggling, the curriculum will actually level down and become easier for your child to use.
Oh, that's a great concept, personalized learning. Yeah. So Leapfrog offers that type of...
Absolutely. We have our own app center. We have over 800 pieces of content, many of which offer this personalized learning. So the curriculum is going to be just right for your child.
Wow. And so how about age levels? Are there any tips for different ages? What type of educational content is good for those ages?
Yeah, I mean, getting ready for school is about ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, but it's also about music and creativity and getting that love of learning. So when you're looking for games for your child, really look for content that is something for the whole child. It really offers a lot of very different experiences for your child. As your child's getting a little bit older, your teacher may actually help you to understand what your child needs to specifically work on. Maybe it's spelling, maybe it's mathematics, so you can approach your sort of game shopping that way.
Well, how about, like math practice? Is there a way to make math fun?
Math is fun, math is beautiful, and when you embed it in a gameplay and use the characters that kids are attracted to, it can be so much fun. Sometimes they don't know they're learning. Other times they know they're learning, but they love it. They're rewarded, they're earning badges, they're getting better, and they're seeing their progress.
So if you have an educational game, what are ways to know that it's actually, doing the education part and not just the game? Is there any tips for that?
Absolutely. Some companies actually offer a parent dashboard or a way to actually see progress. So at Leapfrog, we have our learning path. Parents can log on and see how well their children are doing and see progress. Sometimes it's anecdotally. We get parents writing in all the time saying, my son saw a shape across the room and said trapezoid, and I know that was from the game. And so we get a lot of feedback from our kids just anecdotally as they go through their day as well. So that's another way to see the learning. And of course, teachers are often saying, our kids are really benefiting from using these games and products, and that's very rewarding.
Okay, that's good to know. So how many apps does Leapfrog have?
We have on our own app center, we have over 800 apps.
Wow.
Games, ebooks, music, video, all kinds of content for kids now, really spanning from 3-year-old through early elementary school.
It's so great to have all this educational content. I think it's helping parents as well.
Absolutely. It's that peace of mind. When you go to that app center, you know that everything has either been designed by a learning expert or approved by a learning expert. We watch and curate every single piece of content that's in our app center.
So you talked about, the two guides you talked about was Common Sense Media, and
yes.
Also Leapfrog has a guide too.
Absolutely. It's at leapfrog.com/parent guide.
Well, thank you. I've had a great time talking to Dr. Jody Levos, manager of Leapfrog's learning team. And this is Beth Bleckerman at CES 2014 at Mommy Tech TV.